Chloe, when you first started on The Voice, you were on Team Miley, and so during the knockout rounds, you were eliminated. Did you think that was that your journey on the show was over after that, before Blake saved you? And Blake, what was it about Chloe that made you want to have her be on Team Blake? She's different from a lot of the country contestants you usually coach.
So yeah, I mean, definitely the way that the preliminary rounds are set up, you know, you're told that there are steals, you're aware of that, but it's kind of presented to you in a way of like, you gotta be something to get one of these steals. Like, you know, they don't use them on just anybody. It's like a big moment. So going into it, you don't bank on getting the steal. You bank on just winning. And this is the one thing that I've said, like that song, I was very confident. That was like a song that I was like, okay, landslide, like I can do this. Yes, it's slow, but I'm confident in this song. And all of a sudden I'm standing up there and I'm thinking like, okay, like, yeah, I got this, you know? And then Miley's like, no, you don't. And I'm like, okay, like, whoa, that was short. That was not the experience that I thought I was gonna have. And then all this is happening in a matter of like, you know, seconds. And then Blake and Jennifer push their buttons to steal me. And I remember thinking like, I had no plan because Miley was my only plan. And all of a sudden I thought, okay, I gotta look for something I can relate to. And just from the few comments Blake had made to me and just hearing about him as a person, you know, because I'm from Nashville, so I've heard of you outside of The Voice. I've heard of you just from word of mouth, just people speaking on your behalf, and they speak so highly of you. So I was like, yeah, in like the few seconds, I was like, I'm gonna go with Blake, even though this makes no sense on paper. The P's are getting really like pronounced there, but like on paper, it didn't make sense, but it works, you know? I think it works.
No, actually, it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I've worked with all kinds of who asked that question? I've worked with all kinds of artists on this show. I mean, you name it, and they have been on my team at some point, I think. And I think it was, it needed, especially this year, it just feels like this powerful female, and I didn't know it at the time, but now when you look back on things, you go, of course, this is meant to be, that she would win this show, that not only just a female would win this show, but this rock and roll female would win this show, because we've never even had a rock artist, like a true rock artist. Well, that's not true. Terry McDermott did very well on the show. It's been a long time ago, though. But we've never had a rock artist actually win the show. And for Chloe to break down that wall and just pretty much just break the mold of what we've seen on this show, it was just, it was awesome. And so I don't remember what your question was, but that's the damn answer you got.
Did you know in your mind, like, if she was going to be let go? Was she always contestant where you're like,
No,
that's the steal, I'm going to do it?
Well, of course, you know, I can't, I'm not going to sit here and say, I knew all along, damn it. But I will say that, look, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I just know what I like. And I knew that I loved her voice. That was way before we knew how people were going to react to her, and when America got a chance to hear her, that they were going to buy crap loads of her music, you know. I thought, well, I like that. I think that's awesome. I want her on my team. Every time I had a chance, I tried to get her on my team. And that's really the way I've approached being a coach on this show from the beginning. Is, you know, I try not to overthink anything and just go with what moves me, you know.
So delicious.